first thing I want to talk about is some products that I use. I usually use one good product, whether it's the shampoo or the conditioner, and then a less expensive product. Right now I'm loving Pureology, and I'm loving the Super Smooth as the shampoo that I use. So it's expensive though, so I combine it with a less expensive conditioner, Suave. This is the shea butter and almond and shea butter. This is only like $2. This is $28. So obviously I can't all the time afford the conditioner and the shampoo together. This is a good combo because Pureology shampoo really does what it says it does. It actually makes your hair very smooth. So I always use a flat brush. I have two. I have a lot of brushes. This one's a little prettier, so I'll use this one, but I always use a paddle brush to brush out my hair. And you can see this is my natural wave. I have a lot of wave in my hair, and sometimes when I have layers like this that have just been cut, I can wear it that way, but I don't normally. I don't really like my hair that way. Of course, I wish it were straighter, so I will brush it out straight, and then I will put my product in it. I know I'm probably not supposed to brush my hair out when it's wet like this. I think I'm probably supposed to comb it through, but I have really thick hair, so I can get away with it. If you have thinner hair or fine hair, I wouldn't do that because I think it does cause it to break. I think you want to brush it out or pull it out with a comb, something that's not so, sorry for the dirty brush. This is the Super Skinny Serum. Again, I like my hair to be like very, not straight, but I like for it to be very smooth, so I will use this. And I have a lot of hair, so I'll use like 3 pumps. And I try to avoid bringing it to the front because it'll just, if you put too much on and then your hair's, you put too much product close to the hairline, it might like it look greasy or whatever. So this is my hair. I've put all my product in, that's all I'll put in, and then I'll start drying it. And I have a horrible hair dryer that is broken right now. Well, it's on its last leg. I go through a lot of hair dryers. I need to invest in a good one, and I haven't done that yet. This is just a Conair 1875 watt, but I do need the wattage for sure. So what I'll do at first, and I'll speed this up once I learn iMovie tonight. I'm going to teach myself iMovie so that you don't have to see this. I'll usually put it on a warm setting, so you can see warm, but then do high, and try to get an all over dry. I always try to take care of my bangs first, because if I don't dry those very first, they will just do funky stuff because I have a cowlick right there. So I usually brush those down as I'm drying, and it'll be the very first thing I will actually style. Okay, so for my bangs, I'm going to use, so you can see me, I'm going to use a big round brush. I have several brushes that I use. This is for my underlayer that I use to pull out that, since obviously I'm naturally wavy hair. And then this is to create the smooth and the bends in my hair with the layers. But I use a smaller one, as you can see. I love these particular brushes, Ceramic Curls. I use 2 different sizes. Actually, I use 3 when it's all said and done. This is to get more curls. You'll see what I'll do. But what I'm trying to do is get my hair about 80 to 90% dry, and then I start styling it. But the bangs I'm going to work on right now. You're going to see that I'm going to pull them, even though my bangs will go like this, I'm going to pull them over to here to dry. So it's kind of a technique that a lot of people know to do. I just hold it. If I can be patient, and hold it there, it holds the curl a lot better. So you see I'm trying to go in the opposite direction of how I'm actually going to style my bangs. And then when I'm happy with that, I'll pull it and do like this. Good bang. So now I will, my hair's fairly dry already, so what I'm going to do is go in sections, and the more sections I do, the better for me, because I have a lot of hair. But if I don't have a lot of time, I will only do 3 sections. I'm only going to do 3 sections today because I'm going to have to speed that stuff up anyway, because it's going to be kind of boring. But I do section it out, try to get it in even sections, and that's just, you just have to figure out. But sectioning your hair is very important. And then I clip it. It's important for hair. Well, I guess it's important to section it if you're going to style it and dry it at the same time. So you can see how much curl I have, and some nice little highlight right there. And I want all that to be flat. So a little bit. And then I'll straighten it. This is the thing that a lot of people don't feel comfortable to do. I'll hold it for a little bit. Sometimes I'll use the full shot to get it to stay, and then just do another section. And I'll spray underneath sometimes and do a full shot. This back piece is by far the most difficult part of the hair to get. Obviously, it's way in the back. But one of the reasons I didn't mention this, one of the reasons I use a really big brush on this bottom layer is the layer, because I have naturally wavy hair, that's the layer that I want to be the longest. So that's why I use a big round brush. Don't neglect that back section of your hair. It will look crazy. It won't look uniform throughout. So and probably pretty good. I'm going to try one more time. One more pass through. Sometimes I'll bend it. Like that. Now I need to go to the second section. So I'll leave the crown for the top, and that's a big section of hair. My bangs are still hanging out. I'll fix them again. See all that wave? This is when I'll switch to a smaller brush. Not quite, not too small. This is the smaller one. Again, try to get underneath for lift. And then these top layers, if you can cool it and be patient with that, it makes such a big difference. And then hold it. You'll have a nice, I'm going to fix that. So, fix this. And what I'm doing is I'm pulling, I'm drawing the layers away from my face so that, and I'll fix this one here. I usually just try to get that to be straight, you know. Like right now I'm going to, because it's driving me crazy. So I pull it up like this and I kind of dry it in the direction I want it to go, which is away from my face. I need a new hair. I'm going to do a cool shot, hold it, and then it goes away. It goes away from my face like that. So you get a nice thing like that. So I'm just going to do the next layer here. Make sure I can kind of feel what's still wet, and so that's how I gauge, especially in the back, what I've done. So I'm going to pull this through. I want it to go in kind of that direction, maybe a little up, and I'm going to drop it. Right underneath. Cool shot. There, I'll fix those. I'm going to do that right now. I can still feel some wetness underneath, some wet layers, so I'm going to try to catch those. Now, this is the layer that I really want to make sure is right. Got a lot of fullness now. This is where I may go in and take a smaller round brush and try to create some curls with the brush. This is something I learned from Veronica Lima, my stylist. Take a smaller brush, pull it hot, pull it through, not all the way. And then when you're about to release the curl, let it sit for a little bit, kind of twist it. And you actually can curl your hair with your brush. It's crazy. So she does that on my hair. Of course, she's an expert at it. But I'll try to go in and get some of those curls. This does take some technique, and I'm still working on it. Have to have some finesse with the brush. Pull it out and get a cool little curl there. So that's super cool. I like it. That's good for now. Now, if I can remember to use it, well, I've got 2 hairsprays right now. Of course, Pureology, but I'm like almost out. So, yeah. So my other product of choice is Biolage by Matrix. Smells wonderful. It holds very flexibly, so you don't have like crazy Aquanet hair like we did in the 80s. And I'll try to remember to blow dry this bottom layer. Just a little bit, just to set it. It always makes a big difference. I don't always remember to do that. Now this is a section that I would probably put into 2, but I'm just going to do 1 right now. So I like for my layers around my face to be very, a little bit straighter, not too curly, so I'll use a bigger brush here. Going to go through and curl this with the smaller brush, but I'm just sort of straightening it out right now because I can't do both at the same time. Straighten it and curl it. It's kind of counterintuitive. Oxymoronic. The layers on my top are very important to me. I want them to be full. And if I'm patient, I'll get some good fullness through here, through my crown. I'm not always patient with the process. So my bangs are looking weird to me right now. That's okay. Okay, I have all this weird stuff here. I gotta at least straighten all this out. Just pulling it out. I like my wispies. I may not, but I have a lot of layers on purpose because I like it to be kind of wispy and curly. Probably should have been a child of the 70s as opposed to the 80s. I like my Farrah Fawcett hair. So then I'll take my bangs and I'll start to work on my bangs now. Make sure I got all my fuzzy stuff over here. Looking really good. I might, if I were in a hurry, and actually I can still feel some wet here, so I'm going to go through and dry that, but I may keep it like this, more of a square look, which I don't mind. But I'm going to do some of the smaller curls here on top. So pull that out, get it hot, get it cool, set it. And then I'm trying to get some curls in there. I don't know if you can really see them. I think you should. I'm just using my iPad to film this. So. Again, I'm using a smaller brush. I want some height in this back part here. This to me is too flat looking. I'm going to try to put some of those little curls into it. And I'll tell you what. Hard to pull sometimes. Let that set. I'll do my little rolling technique. I'll tell you what, I like to look at my face with makeup on it as I'm drying my hair. I don't know if I could ever change that routine of mine. Okay, this stuff's still a little damp on top. I'm actually going to style it and dry it. la même temps en français. Oui. I'm going to curl it. Woo! A little curl. As my mother used to say, there was a little girl who had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead. And when she was good, she was really, really good. But when she was bad, she was horrible. I don't know if my mom thought I was horrid. I definitely had a curl in the middle of my forehead. So, this is good. I'm going to do, this is still a little damp back here. This is the problem with my hair. This is going to be my last one. And a lot of times I have to tell myself, just stop. Get underneath. Be patient with the set. And pull it out. You can overwork your hair, and I've done that before, like for events. Like if I'm going somewhere and I want it to be really good, and I'll take all this time, like a lot of time to do my hair, and then I work on it too much, and it's overworked, and it's almost like it has no style or shape. It has no personality. So if I can keep myself from doing that, it's something I have to consciously tell myself to do. Just stop working on your hair. But this is good. This is good for a Saturday. Look, because I don't tease or anything. I don't have to. Well, I say that. I do tease sometimes. It just depends. But hairstyle like this, day like this, I'll just spray it. Try to get some texture in through here with the spray. Try to get my bangs a little bit. I like for this to wisp out. I'm not always successful with that, but it's always my goal. There you go. No teasing. When you use a round brush and you dry underneath as you go, you don't really need to tease your hair, back comb it. And this little thing you probably have seen, I have worn a fashion watch that isn't a natural metal. My skin doesn't like it. I love the watch. It's so cute, but it's like eating my skin. So that's what that is. So that's my hair tutorial, and I hope that helped you understand how to maybe get some lift and some volume, and how I at least do my hair. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye!